Are there any other consequences of trying to avoid rejection in the sales process?
Well, first off, there's a lot of people who think that yes and no are opposites. They think yes is good and no is bad. We all love the sound of the word yes, right? Yes is positive, it's empowering, it's how we make money. And then there's no, negative, draining, the antithesis of yes. And this is such bad thinking. It is such bad thinking because what that leads you to believe is that when you get up in the morning and you put on your headphones or your stuff and you get ready to dial the phone or get on the computer, that when you get ready to do that, that you believe that your job is to get people to say yes to you. And while simultaneously doing everything within your power to keep them from saying no to you. And the reality is you don't get one without the other. You don't get the big sales with the big client who's going to, who's willing to pay what you might consider to be 5 or 10 times more than that price you get out and you gulp, right? Well, you're not going to get those customers to say yes to you unless you're willing to have a lot of other people say no to you. You've got to increase the quantity of your presentations before you worried about the quality of the presentations. See, that's the thing here is this quantity quality dynamic. A lot of people think, I'm not selling enough. I need to increase the quality of my presentation. So I'm going to get my manual and I'm going to study the pitch and I'm going to look at the 7 different objections and I'm going to be perfect at handling every single one of them. And I'm going to be so good that when I get on the phone with somebody, when I'm looking at somebody, through the screen, there's no way they can say no to me. The reality is sometimes even the lowest price in the world or the best product in the world, okay, people aren't going to buy it. They just aren't going to say yes. And your quality of your presentation will not create the right fit for the wrong customer with the wrong product. Quality of presentation does not solve it. Quantity of presentations solves it. Now, that does not mean that I am anti-quality. Andrea and I believe that you should do the best high-quality presentation you can do every time with every customer. But let me tell you this, if you've got the perfect sales presentation that you aren't delivering, that is not going to be as effective as the worst presentation that you're delivering 100 times. Because even at its worst, if you present your service to enough people, there's going to be customers who are going to say, wow, that's amazing. That's exactly what I was looking for. Sign me up. So it's always quantity first, quality second. And if you're going to go with quantity first, you've got to be willing to hear a lot of people say no to you. And so get rid of this idea that it's like, one or the other. It's a package deal. They're opposite sides of the same coin. It's always the two together.